Hey guys, so let's go over this M4 carbine real quick. This is a right-handed weapon. As you can tell, the magazine release is right where the trigger finger is. You have your selector switch right where your thumb is. You have your bolt release on this side, so you can slap your bolt in. And you also have your forward assist, which is supposed to be used with the palm of your hand on your trigger hand. But since I'm not right-handed, we're going to go over this left-handed. So this is how I manipulate the left-handed weapon. We're going to go over a real quick admin reload. It's just really simple. I'm going to go real slow for you guys. And I'm shooting, I'm out. I put my weapon on safe. After firing, I go ahead, I release the magazine. At this time, I could either 86 the magazine by throwing it on the ground, but this is Airsoft, so we're going to put it in our dump pouch. Well, I'm not wearing a dump pouch, but for today's sake, we're going to throw it on the ground. So, at 86 the magazine, I go for my loaded magazine, load my magazine, and I'm ready to shoot. Well, I know there's a lot of guns out there, especially the Tokyo Marines, where you actually have to hit the bolt, excuse me, you gotta hit the bolt release in order for the weapon to fire again. And even then, some of them won't fire until you hit the forward assist on the bolt. So, it also works in the real steel world, where this is how you're gonna actually have to fire and how you're gonna have to load in a real steel situation. So, for real steel's sake, and if you want to manipulate your weapon as realistic as possible, this is how I would do it as a lefty. This is how I figured out my specific needs and wants, and I applied it to this weapon system. So here it is in slow motion. I'm firing, I put my weapon on safe, I drop the magazine goes in, I rack the bolt once, completely, rack it once, and then as I'm going forward to touch my muzzle, or to grab my muzzle, I'm hitting the forward assist button at the same time. So let's go a little bit faster and show you how it's done in real time. So that's how you would fire the weapon system in my personal preference. A lot of people like to use a 2-point sling or a 3-point sling with the rifle system, but as I can see as an M4, it's best just to use a single point because, once again, this is a right-hander's weapon. So, even the sling mounts are created for a right-hander. So, unless you get an ambi swivel mount in the back here for your buttstock, then you could manipulate the weapon both ways. But my personal preference, I like to run a single point, because then I can just swing it around me when I have to, pull out my pistol, and whatnot. As for mounting my optics and everything else, optics is usually centered, so I don't have to worry about that. And I like to keep it real simple, so all I got here is a little light with my laser. I don't know if you can even teach that. Woo! Laser. Got my little laser here. I like to run a laser and a light. So I keep it real simple, really small, really compact, and this is how I manipulate my weapon system left-handed. Now there are weapons out there such as the SCAR, which is an ambidextrous weapon where it could be used for right or left-handed. There's not a whole lot of left-handed weapons out there. The only one that I could particularly say would be sort of a left-handed weapon is the AK-47, only because the bolt release is on my reaction side of my hand, so the bolt release is right here, so I can slap it real quick or do any type of malfunction or anything like that. So that is my over, so the lefties could get a little bit stronger out there on the field, and be prepared for some more TAC videos, guys. Stay tuned. So over here, ugh, what the hell was that? I'm going over the carbine. That's it. Slap, pull, observe, release, tap, squeeze, boom, boom. Slap, pull, observe, release, blah, blah, blah.